All right, man. So keep in mind that I'm on a 27-inch Mac, so this is pretty big for my desktop. So some of these would look different in a smaller desktop, and then I'm also going to talk about what you would want to do to make this work on mobile. So the first thing is, if you can, get rid of this nav bar, because the idea is you just want them buying from here only, right? If they need to make it back to Moringa Vinga, at least have this link to the homepage, but you want them here. You don't want them to explore anything. You don't want them coming over here and learning or shopping somewhere else because you just wanted to do the 8-day challenge. This Put this in a either in like a red, or do your banner color back here, the header color, orange, and then make this pop. But whatever you're doing, like, you got to look at this. Like, I don't even see this. You can also increase the size, or you could even have it be a little pop up. So that's that. What you want to do is get a big headline here. So I'm not sure what your capabilities are, but this should function somewhat like this. So you basically want to shrink this because this is taking up a lot of real estate and it does no selling and it doesn't tell you anything unique. So in this particular instance, you're saying how a strange tree and a precise blend of herbs can make you feel the best you felt in years in just 8 short days. Okay, so just so you can understand why I'm saying this elicits curiosity. People want to know about what this strange tree is. They want to know about the herbs. And here you're making a big promise about what's going to happen. And then I would do this, like, if you want to improve gut health, all these, you can have them laid out like you have right here, but move them right underneath your image. And then this image, I would either, like, you can keep using this image or maybe use this image, but don't have a video embedded in here. This doesn't make any sense. Like, I didn't know what I was looking at when this was trailing around. Like, only when I pressed play did I realize, oh, it's a video, because I didn't know that's what I was doing. So just keep an image, make it simple, shrink the size. You're at 981 pixels. Go ahead and take this down to like 480 max. And if you want to do something that stretches the width of the page, that's fine. But that's when then you're going to have this going to say, like, if you want to, and then put these. So this could be, and then go ahead and center it, and then have your things, your little icons here, and boost the size of these. Kill this, boost the size of these, move them up, and yeah, just boost the size. I mean, like the size of the text, and that should give you something that's going to pop. And then let's come down here. So I would move this down here, and the next thing that I would do. So I'm just gonna put those here and a note. I'm just gonna pause. So underneath that, you would have something like this, and then you would get into a portion right here that talks about moringa, what it is. A lot of people don't know what it is. Tell them, like, this is the strange tree that we were talking about. Go through the benefits. I mean, this can be about 100 words if you need, because what you're trying to do is tell people about it and show the benefits. And then you could get into this area right here. Um, if you really want, you can keep this. I actually don't think it's a bad thing, but I wouldn't have this 8-day challenge here. I would just have these illustrations, because I don't know how many people are going to be sold, is the idea. Like, you want them to keep reading and keep getting more hooked. And so here where it says 3 infusions, what I would then say is, hold on, this needs to go, where am I? I'm just making notes, this is not exact. So first off down here, I would choose this as a headline or a subhead, as opposed to 3 infusions, so many benefits, and then this right here, because this doesn't, again, tell them what's going to happen. So you say 3 flavors, pick which way you want to feel better. That's what you're going to do. And then, of course, these do the job of telling them what's going on. Don't put the price there. Don't put a buy 8-day supply here either, because again, like, you want them to read, you want them to keep going, and if you've already asked for the sale and they're not convinced, then you're not going to get it. This doesn't need to be here either. Put these at your very bottom, because now all of a sudden people have to think. Like, they have to think about why people are asking questions, and that's going to confuse them. So by the time they have questions, that should be towards the bottom that you address those. And what I would do here is only pick your 3 best, and instead of saying the 8-day challenge testimonials, there you go. See how Moringa Vinga changed these people's lives in just 8 days. So this sells the challenge. I would only do 3, and I would just have them 1, 2, 3 for desktop. Just have them go right apart. Keep your strongest one in the middle, and then now you go here, get rid of this. You don't need them going back up. You want them going down. I would hold this till the end because this is just inserted randomly there. This doesn't tell them much. Okay, get rid of this altogether. They don't need to know anything about taking it. They don't need to know anything about that. You're nesting more testimonials in here. You're already about 10 deep, so you don't even need this. Let's see what I said here. Yeah, so what I think that you should do here is take these reviews and move them up here now. And then instead of having them remain in these tight text boxes, which is hard to read, so this is what you're trying to overcome. People are having to read line, 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 up, line, 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 up, line, 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 assuming they even do that. If you can just put these in a text box that reads from left to right, they can see each one and they can just go right through. They can just cruise through. They don't have to get distracted. Like, you want eye movement to run up and down and not up and down and up and down and up and down. Okay, so that's what that, if you can do that. Let's see. So, yeah, so turn this into, this area would then become a new subject line or a new subhead, and it would just say, take 1 ounce of this insanely delicious health boosting elixir daily. Prepare to have your body flooded with healing nutrients. That's pretty rough, but you're just making a big promise here. And then you can say use daily in your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. No, that's not it. So I would just say that, and then you can have these. This is a good idea right here. That's great. I would even have pictures of a juice, have a picture of it in oats, have a picture of it in a bowl. So actually dimensionalize what you're promising here, because then people can actually picture it in their mind, and you could, if you can, get pictures of bottles being poured into it. So now these are gone. Get rid of this, and then what you should do here is add a. This is where you're going to ask for the sale, and you would say, "Hurry and order now. Inventory is limited. We're not producing new bottles for a few weeks more. Reiterate the benefits of Moringa Vinga." Now you can get into the 8-day challenge. Here's where you can say, we're going to give you the opportunity to do an 8-day challenge on this. Try it for 8 days. You can go ahead and jam pack this. And then, let's see, and then go with scarcity. This is where you just, it might sound kind of weird, but you said, like, if too many people were to buy this right now, we could sell out and this opportunity would be gone. So then you would just have, at the very bottom, you could have your 3 different flavors. I would do it like this. Instead of having 1, 2, 3, here you would have a bottle of the spearmint here, bottle of the elderberry here, and a bottle of the ginger and lemongrass here. And remember, we're at the bottom of the page. And then underneath, you would still have like the benefits. And then, so let me just mock this up. So just do this. Okay. So you would have copy. Well, I'm not going to bother. So you'd have 1, 2, 3 bottles. Underneath, you would just have this here. And then lastly, you would have your, I don't think that's going to, you'd have your ATC or your add to cart. Yeah, didn't work. So you'd have, get my bottle now or whatever it said. And one thing you should consider doing is going with an Amazon Orange and then boosting the size of your thing. So here's why. Everything on your page is green. You throw another green add to cart button on there, it gets lost. Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Amazon Orange is a really good color to stand out in contrast. You may not be able to hide your footer, but if you can hide your footer, hide your footer. And then lastly, I would throw an exit pop on there that says, I don't know, remember free shipping today, something along those lines. Basically, what's happening here is there's just a lot of heavy branding. It's very clean, but it doesn't sell. You just do some of this stuff, and it's going to sell people a little bit more.